We open the box, it opens laterally, we extract our ACE Pro that we will analyze later. First, however, let's finish the unboxing going to see what's inside this compartment. But mine has a lot of stuff, let's go extract everything. A very comfortable suction cup equipped with the classic relation cam universal hook, the INSTA360 double type C power cable, a magnetic base equipped with 4 hooks, and by pressing these 2 side buttons you can hook it directly to the INSTA360 ACE Pro and TRA. As you can see from the images, it is really impossible to detach, so you will be sure that if you install it on a motorcycle or a car, you will not have any risk that it will detach during the shooting. Another fixing screw between the beautiful stickers. To recap, this is all you will find inside the package. Before turning it on, let's analyze the case. I must say that it is really very resistant. It is not the usual plastic action cam. How grippy it is, so even if you use it holding it in your hand, you will minimize the risk of accidental falls. Going down in more detail, on the right side we find the power button and below we find the slot where to insert the microSD. Shall I extract it live? Look how cool, because the microSD is also branded INSTA360, and below you also find the Type-C slot to recharge it, and on the opposite side there is the slot where to insert the battery. It has a capacity of 1650 mAh for a maximum autonomy of 100 minutes. One of the strengths of this ACE Pro is the Mega sensor created in collaboration with the ECA, which is significantly larger than the sensors of other action cams, because 1 out of 1.3 in, and if you think the GoPro Hero 12 has a sensor of 1 in 1.9 in. And this feature will lead to brighter, clearer videos and also with greater actuality of colors. It is equipped with 2 displays, so you can look directly at what you're framing and in front of a second small display. This powerful LED is really very useful to understand when you are recording, because if you activate the recording with the top button, it will turn completely red. So you will always be sure to understand when this action cam is recording. Security that you will also have in the rear screen, because as you can see also in this case, the registration is reported. The display is completely touch. You can make various modes: photos, HDR photos, normal photos, videos, a video that are videos at night if by chance and you want to shoot at night. This mode is really fantastic because it combines the quality of this sensor with artificial intelligence, increasing the quality and automatically correcting the small graininess due to poor lighting, the time shift and the time lapse that allows you to record in accelerated mode. Here I was in the Bolognese hills, in a part of the journey of the Way of the Gods. Although it was not a beautiful day, look at the definition and also the colors, as they are well respected by this ACE Pro. I also met a small dairy where inside their estate they grazed a lot of goats. And right in this dairy there is a beautiful little dog that came to meet us while we were going around. Look how beautiful it is. He wanted a lot of cuddles, and among other things, while we were going back to the car, he followed us. Look how perfect are the details of the dog, but also of the road. And despite walking quite fast, the frame has always remained stable and perfect. And since it was a low traffic area, I also did a small test drive of the car I rented, despite it being full of hairpin bends and also potholes. How stable is the frame? And even in the mirror, it is always perfectly in focus. Here I was in the center of Montevenere, also in the province of Bologna. And while I was driving around, I met many pedestrians and cyclists who were doing the Way of the Gods. But now, to make you understand the potential and perfection of the microphone of this Insta360 ACE Pro, I leave you to this test drive with the original audio. As you have seen, both the video quality, but above all also the audio quality, is really of the highest level. The engine roar is 100% faithful, and even when the car was several meters away from the camera, the microphone still managed to record all the sounds, both of the engine but also of the tires. To make you understand also the qualities of the ACE Pro during filming, I made a video while I was coming back from the paddle match, and despite it being 11:30 p.m. Look also here, that quality there is neither lag nor slow down, and if you look, there is not even a minimum flicker due to the low brightness. And even in the basement of my house, despite being half lit by headlights and half in the dark, the camera always focused automatically. Obviously, one of the strengths of this X Pro is the artificial intelligence. Look at what stratospheric effects you can do, and you can create them live. From the 360 app that you can download from the Play Store or the Apple Store, you can transform your footage into beautiful videos with a cyberpunk style setting. These instead are the shots of the initial warm-up that I always do before a match of Padua. I had attacked the X Pro directly on the chest through the harness, and also look here how stable it is despite running, and I was moving down top right and left, and also in this case I was pleasantly surprised by the focus, because this camera focuses and you from close and from far simultaneously without having that annoying blurred effect in the far part despite the racket being in the foreground. This instead was an image from above while I was reviewing the beautiful One Sport OT10. If by chance you missed the super review of this feat bike, I left a link here above. This is instead a beautiful comparison I made with INSTA360 ACE PRO and the Sony Vlog. Difference in stability between the S Pro and the Sony Vlog. Then I started running, and here things got a lot worse for the Sony. Look here too, the difference for the S Pro seems to almost walk, instead the Sony videos for really go a lot. And finally, I also did the final test by placing both the S Pro and the Sony Vlog directly on my machine. And look also here, what a difference in image quality. Look how the trees are much more defined on the S Pro and a little more blurred on the Sony's Vlog, and also here the stability is sharply, but I say. This beautiful X Pro that on video in 8K artificial intelligence is sold on Amazon and on the official website between 400 and 450 euro, which for its top features range is really an excellent value for money. Before greeting you, I remind you that if you like me, fell in love with this action cam, he left you the direct link to be able to buy it in the first comment and in the description of this video. Leave a nice like, subscribe to the channel. Here you will always be updated to my new publications. I salute you and see you in the next video. Hello!